The regular season has ended and the playoffs have come to MetLife Stadium for the first time since 2011 as round 3 between the Eagles and Giants to kick off Wild Card Weekend. So the Eagles, I feel like we've mentioned this a lot, but they stumbled into the playoffs. They lost 6 of their last 8 after starting 7-2. And for the Giants, led by Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones, they have 6 games of scoring 40 or more points, which leads the NFL. They also had a 70-point game as welcome back to episode 19 of the Giants franchise. Then the Wild Card Weekend, the playoffs have begun. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, leave a like and subscribe. And leave a comment as, well, the playoffs have begun. The Giants in the regular season swept the Eagles. Won both their games, including Week 17, where it was a must-win game for Philadelphia. It turned really not into as this Giants rushing offense 3,000 yards on the year, led by Saquon Barkley. Well, the Eagles, after that loss, they got down to the 7th seed, so back-to-back games between the Giants and Eagles. They made the trip back from Philadelphia after the game on Sunday. As we see their rushing offense, and you can see the rush yards per attempt. That's all Miles Sanders, and it's been a struggle for the running backs. It's all been Jalen Hurts carrying the offense, which is a big part of the losing streak, as Philadelphia looking to get that one win that matters. And even though it's 1-2 on the year, you get the one that matters and go to the divisional. The Eagles will kick it off, and here we go! The playoffs are underway. And Richie James from the 8 will take it to the 22. And out comes Daniel Jones, who 2-0 against the Eagles this year. His numbers are pretty decent. Completed a lot of his passes well above his season high, which is like about 57. And Sterling Shepard is out for most of the playoffs. If the Giants somehow make the Super Bowl, he'd start then. But it's Wan'Dale Robinson in the slot. This really good offense, which his passes numbers have dropped off significantly, in large part due to the Eagles games, where they were mostly running the ball. As they'll start from the 21-yard line. In the shotgun, and a fake, and a throw. It's caught by Johnson, and Colin Johnson has a gain of 6. This Eagles defense, which is really good this year, carried them to the playoffs. Despite losing 6 of 8, the defense kept them in the game pretty much every week. And you can see the rushing numbers don't look pretty good. They were second in the NFL when they faced the Giants the first time. Quick pass to Barkley, and a first down will be a gain of 6. So back-to-back gains of 6s. And here we go, 1st and 10. And a delayed handoff, Barkley with a blocker in front. Robinson freed him up for about 11, and another first. And now a 3rd down and 3 on this opening possession. And a handoff to Barkley with Glowinski in front, and a first down to the 41. So the Giants now on the move, mostly on the ground again, which was supposed to be a strength of the Eagles. Jones is going to get sacked by Josh Sweat, who set a career high and led the team with 20.5 sacks this year. It's now 3rd and 18 on this opening drive, which is taking 4 minutes off the clock. And a blitz. The blitzer fell down. Jones still under pressure and incomplete. He was hit by Reddick, and out comes Graham Gano, who's going to try a 66-yard field goal. With the wind at his back, from 66, Taylor the hole. The kick is up. It's down the middle, and he has room to spare. It's good. What a kick. And out comes Jalen Hurts, who put up good volume stats against the Giants this year in 2 games. But again, 3 interceptions, 3 fumbles, only 1 of them lost in those 2 games. So a big turnover problem. Could be a disaster for the Eagles today as take a look at their offense, and No Mailata got injured in the first Giants game this year. So it's been Andre Dillard since, and he's played pretty well at left tackle. See the numbers, it's all been rushing, and it's all been Jalen Hurts. From the 25 and an outside give to Sanders. Cuts it back and gets 5. And this Giants defense, despite the very low rankings, has had Philadelphia's numbers this year. Of course, outside of the end of the first half in the first game where they had the miracle in the middle, and 2nd down and 5. Hurts a 360 throw, and A.J. Brown with a gain of 14 and a first down. So the first down of the Eagles, it's now 2nd down and 8. And from the 45 of Philadelphia. And a blitz. Picked up well. Hurts upstairs is caught, and breaking away is Brown. There he goes. Touchdown Philadelphia. 55 yards in the flash. And the Eagles are in front. A.J. Brown had a down regular season. Only 5 scores, which ties it to career low. when he was hurt a lot of last year. The kick is up by Elliott. And a 4-play drive to put Eagles in front. So the Giants take back over, and they have a 2nd and 11. And Jones. Oh, Fletcher Cox brings him down. He mowed over Glowinski, a loss of 6, and it's 3rd down. Fletcher Cox having one of the best years of his career. And you'd think he'd be slowing down, instead he's not. 3rd and 17, a 4-man rush. Pressure by Hargrave. Jones in stride. That's Galladay breaking away into the 44, and a 1st down. So the Giants try to move the ball. 3rd down and 6. And living on 3rd down early. Blitz, unblocked. Back shoulder. It's jumped and picked. That's James Bradbury, the former Giant. There he goes, and down to the 44 of New York. James Bradbury has really struggled this year, one of the worst years of his career interception-wise. And the Eagles take over from the 44. In the shotgun, and keeper by Hurts. And breaks off of Lawrence, and there he goes, a blocker in front. Jalen Hurts inside the 10, and only Holmes can bring him down. Too late. Touchdown, Eagles. Wow. 44 yards. And the Eagles increase the lead. We talked about how their Hurts is their best player. 44 yards in one play, and the Eagles make it 14-3, and the Giants take over with a 2nd and 10. Jones with the give to Barkley up the middle, and Saquon Barkley, that's been there all day, and had 13 on the 1st down. Barkley averaging about 5 a carry. 2nd down and 9. Play action, unblocked. That's Josh Sweat. Down goes Jones. His 2nd sack of the game. He has 4 total against the Giants in his 3rd game this year. 3rd and 19 from the 33. Jones with a 4-man rush. Fires up the seam. It's caught by Galladay at midfield, but it's short. It's 4th down. So they're going to go for it. 4th and 3. Been aggressive all year. Not going to change now. From midfield. In the shotgun. Jones. Protected. Now pressured late. It's caught in stride. It's Johnson. Inside the 35 and down to the 33. So Jones 6 of his first 10 with an interception. And a give to Barkley with Azudu in front. Saquon Barkley inside the 20. And they're in the red zone for the first time today. And they have a 3rd down and 12. Under 2 to play in 1st quarter. Trying to set up the field goal. Barkley cuts it. He might get the first. He does. Inside the 10. It's 1st and goal. Averaging 6 a carry now. And it's 1st and goal from the 7-yard line. And the inside give. It's Barkley. Cuts it up. Saquon Barkley fighting. Is down to the 2. So 2nd and goal. Jones alone in the backfield. Jones wide open. Touchdown Giants. Saquon Barkley. He had 4 in the regular season of receiving. This would be his 5th, and they're going to go for 2, as you knew they were going to bring out the bobsled for their first touchdown of the playoffs. So they go for 2. Never too early to do it. To make the deficit 3. Jones alone in the backfield. Quick pass. Galladay sliding grab, and it's good. It's 14-11. There we go. The Giants right back in it. So the Eagles take back over, scoring on their first 2 possessions. They'll start from the 25. Play action. And wide open over the middle. It's Jake Stahl. And Stahl takes it to the midfield again at 25 as we've reached the 2nd quarter. Hurts is 3 for 3, 94 yards and a touchdown, as well as a rushing touchdown. As 1st and 10 blitz picked up. Make it 4 for 4. It's Devontae Smith. Inside the 30 is Williams is slow to get up. And looks like he's grabbing at that wrist. So from the 29, and a handoff is Sanders. Sanders inside the 20. And the Eagles have their first red zone possession. They're inside the 15. So 2nd down and 9. We do have an update on Leonard Williams. He is cleared to return. It will be later. Catch by Smith inside the 5. And down to the 2. Hurts has not missed a pass yet. 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. Gainwell in. And Hurts. A block by Stoll into the end zone as a touchdown Eagles. And a 6th career 2-touchdown performance. 5 in the regular season. And the Eagles reopen the lead to 10. With this kick by Elliott and a great response to the Giants scoring drive. And a 6-play 75-yarder. So the Giants take back over, and they start with a 2nd and 10. Here in the second quarter, 21-11. Handoff Barkley, cuts it back. Saquon Barkley with 10 and just short. So it's 3rd and inches, and they go super heavy. I formation with 2 tight ends. Play action. Jones on the run. Pressure. Throwing deep. He's got Bellinger. Gets away. There he goes. Touchdown, Giants. He slides into the end zone with 65 yards. And the rookie tight end makes it a 3-point game once again. He had 5 in the regular season. And Daniel Bellinger, with this kick by Gano, makes it 21-18. What a play call by Daboll. A 3-play, 75-yard drive. So the Eagles take back over from the 23. And the 1st and 10. Hand off Sanders. And Sanders, with a flag down, has a couple. And this is going to come backwards. It's holding on the Eagles. So 1st and 18. It's essentially an 8-yard penalty. As Hurts is protected. Wide open over the middle. It's Zach Pascal breaking off of McFadden. Still going. And it's 2nd down. Hurts is now 6 for 6. And now it's 2nd and 6. From the 27. Play action. Hurts. 360. Caught. And Devontae Smith takes it to the 47. Make it 7 for 7. As it's 2nd down and 9. Hurts. Throws a flat. Oh! Did he get the feed in? He did! Intercepted by Adoree Jackson. And the first incompletion by Hurts is Jackson's 5th pick of the year. And the Giants take over with a 3rd and 7. From the 47. Jones, quick pass. It's caught for the 1st down. That's Wan'Dale Robinson fighting to the 30 with a gain of 17. Now a 3rd down and 6. Halfway into the second quarter. A lot of action so far. Handoff Barkley. Lot of space. Blocked by Johnson inside the 10. And Darius Slay saves a touchdown. He tackles him at the 2. And Barkley's over 100 yards already. So it's 1st and goal. 3 tight end set. Kreider, the motion man, across the formation to the left of Jones. Full throw. Floats it. Wide open. Touchdown, Giants. Kreider puts the Giants in front. He had 2 in the regular season on that same exact play. And it's 25-21 after a kick by Gano. And what a drive on defense by the Giants to set this up. The kick is good and caps off a 7-play, 49-yard drive. So the Eagles take over from the 24. And Hurts. And that's an offensive lineman. He takes it for 9. That's embarrassing. 3rd down and 1. 6-minute mark, second quarter. Keeper for Hurts. Breaks off of Ojolari. And Hurts loses the ball. It's picked up by Robinson. And Robinson takes it to the 40. Xavier McKinney forced it. He had 2 in the regular season. And the Giants take over. Another turnover. Back-to-back turnover drives for the Eagles. And they're in scoring range. 2nd down and 6. 4-man rush. Jones stepping up, stepping away. Javon Hargrave brings him down to the 38, the loss of 2. He had 16 sacks, a career high. It's now 3rd and 8. Delayed handoff, and a great tackle by Hargrave in the backfield. And it's 4th down, and they'll get 3 out of it. This is from 57, with the wind against him. Gano, who made from 66, is perfect from 57. And it's 28-21. Well, they got to 28 the hard way. 1st and 10, and a handoff to Sanders. And that ball's out, and it is on the ground still. It's picked up. Thibodeau picked it up. Crowder forced it. And 3 straight turnovers for the Eagles. My goodness. And they'll start with 2 tight ends. 4 minutes, second quarter. And watch out. Fletcher Cox. He didn't even have 2 seconds to throw the RPO. His 3rd 2-sack game of his career. Well, it's his 4th. You count the playoffs now. 3rd and 12. Quick pass. Robinson inside the 10 and down to the 6. Daniel Jones already 3 touchdowns in this first half. It's now 1st and goal. I formation and a handoff to Barkley. Met and a loss of a yard by Sweat. 2nd and goal. Approaching the 2-minute warning. 4-man rush. Jones steps up and steps away. Daniel Jones with a lane and into the end zone for the touchdown. 4th touchdown by Jones today. This one on the ground. And he has his 8th rushing score of the year, and the Giants increase the lead to 14. What a drive. Domination. After it looked really bad to start the game. It's 35-21. A 5-play, 20-yard drive as the Eagles take over in the pistol. 2:15 to play, second quarter. And from the 26, a 4-man rush. And Hurts over the middle. It's caught by Stahl, and Stahl has 7. So a second down and 3 as we've reached the 2-minute warning. 2 tight ends and a throw by Hurts. Protected. He's going to throw the flat. It is caught. And Stahl has 11. So Dallas Goedert got injured early on in this game. He is going to be out for the rest of the game. 1st and 10. 4-man rush. Pressure. And down he goes. Leonard Williams. He's back. And now it's 3rd and 13. 90 seconds, second quarter. 2 timeouts for the Giants. They just took one. Hurts. Pressure coming. And he swarms. Thibodeau and Robinson force the sack, and it's a punt for the Eagles. And the Giants take over, trying to have a 2-minute drive. They'll start with a running play with a blocker in front. That's Galladay. Barkley has taken it for a quick 20, and they'll hurry. 1st and 10. 4-man rush. Deep drop, stepping up, fires Galladay, or that's Johnson inside the 35. They switch spots. It's usually Galladay in that spot. Now it's Johnson. 3rd down and 10. Under 30 to play. Jones. Pressure. Throws it away. And no kick. Gano, who's made from 66 and 57. From 51. He is money. And that will take us to halftime. As it's 38-21. The Eagles led 14-3 early on in that first quarter. The Giants closing in on their 7th 40-point performance on offense. It would take a lot for them not to reach it as we take a look at tendencies on the Eagles front. Threw it short a third of the time. They've completed a lot of them. And the offense has not been the problem for the Eagles. Outside the turnovers, it's been the defense as the Giants. 113 inside rushing yards. They did it a third of the time, 6.6 a carry. Just in domination on the ground game after a slow start on offense. But the Eagles get the ball to start the second half, and Greg Ward will take it across the 20. And not much more after as he gets to the 22. So the Eagles take over from the 22-yard line, down by 17. And Hurts with a floater to Smith. It's intercepted! First play of the game is a takeaway for the Giants. Adoree Jackson chased by Johnson and out of bounds at the 32. So Adoree Jackson, in his 6th year in the NFL, finally has a 2-interception performance in the NFL playoffs. So the Giants take over from the 32, and Jones alone in the backfield. Steps right, tries to get away, and down he goes. Javon Hargrave combined with Cox, a loss of 2. So it's now 3rd and 3. He gets some yardage back. On his opening drive, Jones steps into pressure, hit as he's thrown, almost intercepted by Maddox. And they're going to go for it on 4th and 3. Trying to be aggressive. Jones steps up in the pocket, is going to run. No block by Barkley, but he's got the first. Second carry by Jones today, the other was a score. 2nd down and 10. 2 tight ends from the 16. Huge blitz, and down goes Jones. Hassan Reddick. He had 16.5 in the regular season, a career high. More than 4, and that's Philadelphia's 7th sack of the game. 3rd and 16. Jones stepping up in the pocket. Reddick, back-to-back sacks. The only multiple sack performance is when he had 4.5 against Chicago this year. And the kick by Gano gives the Giants 40 points, and that was a chip shot compared to the ones he's nailed before. So the Eagles take over, 2nd down and 6. And a 4-man rush on the outside, caught. Devontae Smith gets rocked to the 45, he goes. A lot of turnovers for the Eagles today. That's why they're down by 20, 1st and 10, but they're still in it. Middle, great throw, Quez Watkins, and down to the 31. Hurts has only missed 4 passes, but 2 of them have been picked. 2nd down and 3. Hurts going to keep it. Hurts up the middle, still going, and Hurts down to the 15. 4 carries, 44 yards, 2 scores on the ground for Jalen Hurts. He also has a touchdown through the air. First down and 10. Stepping up in the pocket. He's running again and slides down at the 7. So it's 2nd and 2. Sanders in there. 8-minute mark of the third quarter. Hurts rolling away. Jalen Hurts. And closing is McKinney. Oh, ball's out. Did he get the pylon? No, it's out of bounds at the 1. Second forced fumble by McKinney. Be his second career multiple takeaway game. Now it's 1st and goal from the 1. Halfway into the third quarter. And Hurts, a keeper, a dive, and a touchdown, Philadelphia. Pascal is slow to get up after the play, but Jalen Hurts with his second career 3 touchdown game on the ground as that kick is up and good. It's 41-28. An 8-play drive. And the Giants take back over from the 27. RPO slant. It's caught by Galladay. He's got 7. Jones over 200 yards. It's 3rd down and 1. And they give it Barkley. And Barkley fights for 4. So 1st and 10. Jones alone in the backfield. 4-man rush. Stepping up and down he goes. Fletcher Cox with his 3rd career 3-sack performance. And the Philadelphia Eagles have 9 sacks on Jones. Now it's 3rd and 5. Under 5 to play in the third quarter. Jones stepping back, fires, it's caught by Galladay. A perfect throw inside the 40. To the 38 he goes. So 1st and 10, high formation. And they give it up the middle. It's Barkley. Saquon Barkley inside the 30. And Johnson now slow to get up. So Zach Pascal for the Eagles officially out for the rest of the game. A 3rd and inches. They give it to Barkley up the middle. And a 1st down. Quick designation on Johnson. He has a dislocated shoulder. He'll be held out for the rest of the game. 3rd down and 5. They give it to Barkley to set up the field goal. And Barkley has the first anyway. On his 30th carry. And now a 3rd and 10. 67 seconds left in the third quarter. Blitz is picked up. Deep drop. Caught by Barkley. And a great tackle by Kaiser White. It's 4th down and they're going to go for it. Saquon panting. But they're going to go 4th and 2. Jones to Slayton. And a 1st down to the 3. As perhaps the final play. They don't have to run the snap. 1st and goal. They do run it. Barkley. Middle. Jogs in for the touchdown. He had 21 in the regular season. 2nd in the NFL. So only Kamara who had 22. I mean, he got 4 of them last week against Philadelphia. They go for 2 again. They got their first 2-point conversion. And it was to Galladay who gets this one. A sliding grab for the 2. And it's 49-28. Kenny Galladay. No touchdowns today, but he has 2 points. And the Giants are winning big as we reach the fourth quarter. From the 20-yard line, Hurts alone in the backfield. He'll throw. Hurts stepping up into Thibodeau, and down he goes. Who's had 1.5 or more sack performances this year. Becoming a rookie sensation, probably winning Defensive Rookie of the Year. 2nd down and 13 from the 17-yard line. And a 3-man rush. Getting away from pressure is Hurts. Throws across the body. He's caught by Ward. Across the 30 and down to the 34. So the Eagles trying to get back in this game. They have 13 minutes to do so. A 3rd and 5. Gainwell in at running back. And trying to set up the screen. A lot of space. Gainwell foot backwards. And he's not going to get forward progress. Adoree Jackson on the tackle. 4th down. They're going to go for it. They have to now. Season on the line. Blitz. Flick pass. Oh, it's dropped by Smith. Wow, it's a turnover on downs. And the Giants take back over from the 40. And the handoff Barkley with Azudu in front. Down he goes with a gain of 9. 2nd and inches from the 31. Handoff Barkley. Waiting for blocking to develop. Barkley to the 24. Closing in on 200 yards on the day. 1st and 10. Split backs. Burita in there as well. Following the offensive lineman. Barkley again. Oh, that ball's out. And that's picked up by the Eagles. Gardner Johnson forced it. Barkley. 3 footballs lost this year. And the Eagles have a chance. They have a 3rd and 4 though. Sanders back in at running back on this 3rd and 4. They need the 32. 4-man rush. On the outside, it's caught by A.J. Brown. Into the 40-yard line he goes. Hurts closing in on 300 yards today. That's 1st and 10 from the 40. And a 4-man rush for the middle. That's intercepted again! Adoree Jackson! He's had 4 this year against the Eagles. A 3-interception game. What a performance by Adoree Jackson. Trying to send the Giants to the divisional. 5th turnover by Philadelphia. The Giants have given it away twice, including last drive. Handoff Barkley up the middle. And Josh Azudu is slow to get up. Be an update soon. It's now 3rd down and 8. From the 44. And Jones. Pass to Bellinger, and he dropped it. He would have had the first instead. It's a 61-yarder from Gano, who's been money today, to put 50 on the board. Kick is down the middle, and way good. So 52-28. 8:38 left in this game. Gainwell in at running back. As Hurts flips. Oh, it's intercepted! Unbelievable! Thibodeau! On the screen pass, he jumped it! Wow! What a game by the Giants, and they take over at the 10 with a 2nd down and 5. 2 tight ends. And Daniel Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Barkley inside the 5, and he's met. Still driving the pile. Touchdown! Oh my goodness! What an effort! A 10-yard score. And that might do it. What an effort by Saquon Barkley to put the Giants up 59-28 with this kick by Gano. And it is now a 31-point game. So the Eagles take over halfway into this 4th quarter with a 3rd down and 3. It's a 4-score game. Pretty much will do it. 4-man rush. Hurts with a QB spy. Goes across the body. It's caught and on the run. Getting away is Smith. And Smith will take it to the 49. Hurts over 300 yards. He has a touchdown. 3 on the ground and 4 interceptions. 1st and 10. And Hurts. Protected, now on the run. Throws across the body. Oh, what a throw. A.J. Brown inside the 20 and down to the 15. Approaching 350 yards. 1st and 10 from the 15. Gainwell in at running back. Under 6 to play. 3-man rush. Caught. Brown reaching to the 5. 2nd and inches. Could Hurts get his 4th of the day? And Hurts running right. Pressured Ojulari. Throws across the body. And a touchdown for Quez Watkins. It's too late now, but a great drive by Hurts. It was an MVP type drive. As the kick is up and good. And now an onside kick to officially decide the game. And here's Elliott, the kick. And it's to Galladay. And that will do it. The New York Giants are going to move on to the divisional round. They've won a playoff game. 59-35 is your final. And what a performance by the defense. So, the first division title since 2011. We get our first playoff win. I mean, Daniel Jones actually had a good game. I think, he had the interception, but 260 yards, 3 scores, 16 rush yards in the score. Of course, Saquon Barkley carried the team 235 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 catches and a touchdown. Incredible game by our MVP. Daniel Jones actually played like he deserves a 2nd contract. I still don't think we're going to give it to him, but we'll see how the rest of the playoffs shake out. And then 6 turnovers, all by Jalen, all but 1 by Jalen Hurts. 4 interceptions, 2 fumbles, 1 was lost. I believe the other was one of the running backs. I don't remember. But how about the game by Adoree Jackson? 4 tackles, 2 deflections, and 3 interceptions. Of course, A.J. Brown had a lot of garbage time stats late, 145 yards and a touchdown. And Fletcher Cox, 5 tackles for loss, 3 sacks. A lot of the defensive linemen went off today. I believe 9 total sacks by the Eagles, which we have to clean up. But we still put up almost 500 yards. There was almost 1,000 yards combined of offense. But we almost put up 500, 29 first downs, 13 of 22 on third. Of course, the 2 turnovers. We held the ball for over 40 minutes. Just an incredible game all around, and we'll move on to upgrades. We have 4 upgrades. Adoree Jackson, of course, up to an 84. Evan Neal to a 79. Kadarius Toney up to a 77. He might be traded. And Tate Crowder up to a 67. For the injuries, Azudu, I don't know if I mentioned it, but he was cleared to return. I think I kept him out because the game was a blowout. It was pretty much a blowout then. And Colin Johnson, no serious injury, just the dislocated shoulder. He'll be good to go next week. So we'll go on and we'll talk about the players of the week, the standout performers from the winners today. And Joe Mixon in the AFC, 128 yards, 4.1 a carry, 2 touchdowns, and 6 for 39 in the score, receiving in the win against Tennessee. And then Barkley, of course, in the NFC. I mean, 235 yards, 2 scores, and a receiving score. And for defense in the AFC, J.C. Jackson against Mahomes, 6 tackles, a pass deflection, 3 picks in the win against Kansas City. And in the NFC, unfortunately, not Adoree Jackson, as Trayvon Diggs, 5 interceptions. I thought he had 4. Never mind, he had 1 later. 5 interceptions, 4 tackles, and a tackle for loss to go along with it. I feel like multiple times we've had very deserving Defensive Player of the Week nominations, and the Cowboys have just stolen it from us. But an incredible game by Trayvon Diggs. As we go on to the other games in this wild card, let's get things started with our divisional foes. And Dak Prescott will get things started with James Washington on their opening drive, an 11-yard catch. And the Cowboys now lead the Rams 3-0. The Cowboys get the ball right back, and Dak Prescott looking cheapest in the pocket, and CeeDee Lamb, a big part of their offense, 22 yards, and it's now 6-0. Well, the Rams, against this Cowboys defense, they won the last time, but it's been a struggle so far in this first quarter. Trayvon Diggs on a 3rd and 8 takes a run back of about 20 on an interception, and it's now 9-0 Dallas. But they haven't been scoring touchdowns, only field goals after this capitalization, and Dak Prescott, well, that's a pick 6. Quentin Lake will take it the distance for the Rams, and it's a 2-point game now. It's not even, not capitalizing on the opportunity means they're only up 2, and with this catch by Jefferson, that takes them into field goal range. They're now down by 1, 33 yards. It's now 9-10, Rams in favor. As we take a third quarter, and a 1st and goal, and finally a touchdown on offense. James Washington's now 15-10. And they're not done yet. Stafford trying to give the Rams the lead. Throws it right to Trayvon Diggs. He had 4 interceptions today. He takes it to the 25, a run back of about 10. The Cowboys had another field goal. It was the 4th quarter. It's now 18-10. And now trying to milk the clock away, and that will do it. Zeke Elliott with a 12-yard rush. Cowboys had a garbage time field goal. They win it 21-10. And now to Los Angeles as the Chargers play the Chiefs, and we'll start with Justin Herbert finding Mike Williams. And he gets 13 yards. Chargers now lead 3-0. Keenan Allen got injured in this game pretty early on, so it's just been the Mike Williams show as we take it second quarter and a 3rd and 2, and Mike Williams with a 5-yard score. It's now 10-0 Chargers. But you couldn't keep the Chiefs out of scoring range forever as a Clyde Edwards-Helaire with a 1-yard score. And the Chargers still lead, but it's 7-10. Well, the Chargers get the ball back. Final 15 seconds of the second quarter, and Justin Herbert, Mike Williams, 6 yards, and it's now 17-7. We take it second half, and that means we're going to take it to Patrick Mahomes on the opening drive on a 3rd and 2. He finds Sky Moore with 18 yards. They had a field goal. It's now 17-10 Chargers. Patrick Mahomes, by his standards, not a perfect game. As Justin Herbert on their next drive, 10 yards to Mike Williams. It's now 20-10. So it's back to a 10-point game. And now Mahomes, back and forth we go, and finding Sky Moore again. And this one for 12 yards on 3rd down. It's now 20-13. And now we swing the pendulum the other way. 4th quarter time. Justin Herbert's deep drop, and he finds Gerald Everett way downfield. And Gerald Everett with 25. They get a 2-score game. It's 13-23. So one last chance for the Chiefs in the 2-minute drill. And Mahomes will find Cornell Powell to help put them in field goal range. 28 yards. It's now 16-23. And now we go onside. And the Chargers are going to upset the Chiefs, even though, probably wouldn't be upset. But Spiller recovers the onside. The Chargers win it 23-16. And now back to the NFC we go. Niners, Carolina Panthers. We'll start with Charlie Warner with a gain of 13, and it's not 3-0. So with Dallas winning, the winner of this game plays us in the divisional round. Panthers take over a 3rd and 9, and Baker Mayfield, and he loses the ball, and Nick Bosa picks it up. Akwoku, he's going to chase it out of being an attempt. A 39-yard return. It's now 10-0 49ers. Well, the Panthers defense saying we can score as Trey Lance, he loses the ball. A weird carom is picked up. I don't know what Deebo Samuel was doing, But a return, and Xavier Woods is going to take the distance. That's a fumble recovery for a touchdown, 93 yards, and the Panthers are on the board. It's now 10-7 Niners. Oh, they're not done yet. They just got a defensive score on the first play of the next drive. And it's an interception by Dante Jackson. He takes it, and McGlinchey and Lance can't get him, and it's a pick six. It's now 10-14. So 2 plays for the Niners, 2 scores for the Panthers. So we go to the first play of the next drive, and a fumble, and it's picked up by Jeremy Chin, well, not Chin, but Xavier Woods. Chin forced it, so 3 straight plays, 3 turnovers. They lead 17-0, and we take a second quarter as Emmanuel Sanders ties it up at 17. He gets a 3-yard score, first offensive score of the day. And now Mayfield trying to put the Panthers back out in front, and he finds DJ Moore, and Moore takes it to the 30. Over 29, 20 yards, it's now 20-17. We're still going, second quarter, and Trey Lance to George Kittle. Back and forth we go, and we're back tied at 20. There's a 14-yard reception, puts them in the Panthers' territory. Here we go, we take it. Fourth quarter, still at 20, and that's intercepted. Another interception by Lance. Dante Jackson again. Panthers had a field goal, it's now 23-20. And they're not done yet. 5-minute mark, Christian McCaffrey. That trade never happened in this series. It's now 30-20 with under 5 to play. And now Mayfield doing his best to keep the Niners in this game. Emmanuel Mosley, an interception. It's now 23-30. The Niners go onside to end the game, and it's recovered for a late carom by the fullback Giovanni Ricci. And then Panthers win it 33-23. And now back to the AFC, and we got Bengals Titans with start. It should have been a pick six. Instead, Kyle Phillips breaks off the Bates, and a touchdown, 39 yards, is 7-0. The start of this game was one of the most exciting things I've ever seen. And you'll see why. As first drive for the Bengals, and Jamar Chase, he goes 42 yards, and the game is tied at 7. I mean, my goodness. And now the Titans get the ball back, and Ryan Tannehill finds Treylon Burks. 23 yards, and it's now 10-7. Well, the Bengals, we have our first punt of the game. And the punt, do we have a return? How about no, as Nick Needham forces the fumble, takes it, and picks it up for the touchdown. The former Dolphin puts the Bengals in front. It's now 14-10. The Bengals aren't done yet. We take a second quarter. Joe Mixon with a 5-yard score. It's now 21-10. As Bud Dupree is slow to get up. And now the Titans trying to respond. They make it a 1-score game. Austin Hooper, 17-21. As the Bengals, I mean, this is an incredible game. 4 minutes left in the second quarter. Burrow is going to find T. Higgins in the corner. A 12-yard score. It's now 28-17. I mean, unbelievable. We take it third quarter in the first play, and a fumble. Do we have the Titans recover? No, Jamar Chase, and not only does he recover it, he goes up the sideline, and he's going to score 75 yards. I don't know what it's classified as, but a 75-yard touchdown. It's 35-17, making it a blowout. I mean, it's just one of those games. And now the Bengals get it back, and Joe Mixon on a second and goal, a 2-yard score. It's now 42-17. So after one of the most exciting starts I've ever seen to a football game, it's now a blowout. And that won't change this. Burrow. How about that catch by Jamar Chase? A 4-yard score. 49-17. I mean, my goodness. Titans get the ball. We take a fourth quarter. And Treylon Burks with a 4-yard score is 24-49. Trying to make it something. Well, Joe Mixon. How about this throw by Burrow to Mixon? A 5-yard score. 56-24. I mean, my goodness. Well, one last chance for Tennessee. And it's intercepted. And taking it inside the 20, almost a pick six. I mean, he wanted that to be a pick six. It's Chidobe Awuzie, 19-yard return. The Bengals win it, 59-24. So unfortunately, the video for the Bills-Broncos wildcard game got corrupted. So you're going to have to take my word. It was 37-16. That's the final. And so the playoff picture is set for the divisional round. In the AFC, the 1-seed Colts will play the 4-seed Bengals. And the other game, we got the 2-seed Bills hosting the 3-seed Chargers. And in the NFC, the Cowboys with the upset, so they head on the road to play the 1-seed Packers, who they beat earlier in the year. And in the NFC, the 4-seed Panthers play the 2-seed Giants. And the interesting thing is, if the Giants win, I mean, we've played all 3 teams that are remaining in the playoffs in the NFC. We've beat the Panthers, I believe it was week 2. We lost to the Cowboys once. We split them 1-1. And we lost to the Packers in London. So it'd be a good game. I mean, we've played them before. We know what they're like. Let's see if we can advance. As I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you next week in the divisional round when we face the Carolina Panthers.